It's another one of those old Frank Monday productions coming at ya.
Are we live? Testing. Testing. Is this working? Is there anybody in here? Alright, y'all sexy, good looking motherfucking people out in YouTube land. This is Frank Monday coming at ya. Gonna talk shop. If anybody needs a free tarot reading, just let me know. Everything's looking good. I'd like to start off tonight's broadcast with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. The harm is to persist in one's own self-deception and ignorance. I like that quote by Marcus Aurelius. He is a good guy, obviously, and he's correct. You should not persist in your own self-deception and ignorance. So if I'm wrong, let me know. A lot of Trump derangement syndrome out there, I think. People just attack him for anything because they don't like him. I don't know that it's founded on much more than just mainstream media lies, to be honest with you. I think that a huge part of it is just due to the fact that the MSM is ball bashing him 24/7 on all fronts. I mean, I'm on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. I check occasionally. I only check the president's Twitter feed. I really don't care what anybody else has to say as far as Twitter goes. I don't use it. It's like Twitter. I mean, I think you literally have to be a meth head to use Twitter. The format just isn't something I can get used to. It's like TikTok. I mean, how's a 40 how is it like this? How's a 47-year-old man supposed to be spending time on TikTok? So I'd rather just do this. Get in there and get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think about the scamdemic, plandemic, demodemic, but I highly recommend that you check out the professor out of the University of Hawaii who wrote that famed and notorious article called Democide. I'll type it in here. Democide. He makes a PhD level argument for the fact that the number one killer on planet Earth is government. That in the 20th century, all governments worldwide, were responsible for the death of 600 million people. That's at the high end estimates. Low estimates, I believe, is around 350 to 400 million people. That's a nation larger than the United States. That would be a liken to taking Australia, Canada, and the United States, wrap them all up into one ball, and flushing them down the fucking toilet. That's how much government killed. I mean, top killers, of course, were like Stalin, Mao, Hitler. Hitler was like number 3 on the list, though, and he's the only one that ever gets talked about in the United States. Heil Hitler. That's the only one anybody ever talks about, because he killed like what? I think he killed 30 million Jews. And that's not funny to a brother from another mother, because I am Ashkenazi through and through. But I don't know what to think about all that. Those are not fun times, no matter how you crack it, all right? So, yeah, don't ever try to compare uh, DJ T to Adolf. What was that guy's name? Adolf Hitler's middle name was something really super funny, right? I remember he had like a girl's middle name. Let me look it up real quick. Check it out. I'm Googling Hitler's name. Adolf Hitler's middle name. Elizabeth. Can you believe it? No wonder he felt such a. No wonder he felt and had such a Napoleon complex. His middle name was Elizabeth. That can't be right. Anyway, his daughter's still doing good. She's like chancellor now of Germany. Prime Minister. What's her name? Murdoch? Adolf Murdoch? That's not her real name. Yeah, she's Hitler's daughter, granddaughter, or something. I don't know. Who cares? I think the main problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that they get us infighting about this guy or that guy, and it was a great man who said that lesser men discuss other men, and greater men discuss ideas. Right? Eleanor Roosevelt, a woman said it. Yeah, good for you, sweetheart. Yeah, she was Eleanor. She must have been Franklin's wife, Franklin Roosevelt. So Eleanor Roosevelt, here's what she said. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. And small minds discuss. It doesn't even say, it doesn't finish the quote. Come on. At least I knew the quote to begin with. I didn't know it was Eleanor Roosevelt, though. But good for you. Good for you, sweetheart. Great minds discuss ideas, ladies and gentlemen, which is not what we're doing with this thing, with the COVID-19. The boogeyman under the fucking bag. Back in the closet. Get back in the closet, motherfucker. Who said you could come out of the goddamn closet? Average minds discuss events. So that's what that is right there. That's the discussion of an event. So that's just an average mind. I mean, if we want to be great minds, then we don't need to be discussing this silly shit like bat soup poop. It's my wife. She's washing clothes, getting busy. Small minds discuss people. So every time you guys bash Trump, you make yourself a petty person. Every time you talk about C-19, the boogie motherfucking man, you make yourself an average person. The only way you're going to make yourself a great person, a great mind, is by talking about the big ideas. I'm no medical doctor, but I have an older brother that's 12 years in medical school. He said he could teach me in 6 weeks what it took him 12 years to learn in order to be a practitioner, a general physician, to do what he does now. He said that what broke his heart was as soon as he went to work, he had to disregard the Hippocratic Oath. 12 years of medicine, and $250,000 in debt, went to Pepperdine. And he said within the first 6 months on the job, he had to give up the Hippocratic Oath because the medical industry isn't the industry of curing disease. It's the industry of disease management, illness management. Motherfucker, are you serious? Don't grab me like that. I'm transmitting live. You should be in bed, Dre. It's 12 o'clock. Have you finished your homework? Are you serious? Scaring me like that? Get over here. Look at yourself. Look at this guy. Can you believe this motherfucker? I'll stick my tongue straight in your ear. Don't you even play that kind of game with me, kiddo. Yeah, it's midnight here. It's pushing towards the witching hour in Beijing. We've been on lockdown for like 7 months. Y'all don't know what lockdown's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, let Gumby get some screen time. All right, I'm taking you off the screen time, bro. Let Gumby get some screen time.
No way, I would go.
Yeah, I've been running this bad boy like 10 minutes. So let me get to the point, ladies and gentlemen. We've been on lockdown for like 7 months. That's an issue of an average mind. Never once has anybody said anything about the president and his role in that. Nobody cares. Chinese folks never take that shit into consideration. I swear to God, they spend all of their time just focused on reforming the ideas, right? This entire society is on 100% totalitarian lockdown from like, I got here in 2003, yeah. And it was pretty free going then, free balling. Of course, foreigners were only allowed in certain sections of the city back then. But for like Chinese folks coming and going, it was pretty free balls. And then the Olympics hit, and they just threw in the fucking, what are those called? Turnstiles? The gates? What are the gates that hold the horses in? The barn doors? And from then on, it's just been downhill. David Icke likes to call it the totalitarian tiptoe. I call it the totalitarian goose step right on your throat. And it hasn't stopped since then. I guess nobody's watching. I don't even know how to check to see if anybody's watching. I got a chat box here. Yeah, Dre Bay is awesome with the Rubik's Cube. He's been teaching me how to do it. He's down to like 45 seconds, I think, is his top speed.
Now,
Top speed.
30 seconds.
Man, you can't do no 30 seconds. I ain't never seen you
I
do no
can.
30 seconds.
Yesterday, watch
Alright, so what is this? Alright, I ain't gonna get no work done as long as these chillins is up. Playing games. Alright, let's check it out. Go ahead, focus on that. Get it in there.
I'm done.
You're done. See how fast that was? Were you guys even keeping up with that? Were you keeping track of time on that? Takes me like 20 minutes to knock that bad boy out. But I can get the first 2 steps pretty quick. It's that last tier that I never learned it when I was a kid, man. I never had time for that shit. I was out there. Hey, someone's watching this. Hi, Alex. Hi, Alex. This is, I believe, Alex, you are my brother's daughter, right? Wasn't your mother Julia? Hello there. Yeah, seems like you got kids of your own now. That's just crazy to me. I mean, both of my sisters didn't have their first child until they were 30. And I think you had a baby when you were like, what, 19? Are you 19 or 20 now? You are just a baby yourself, and out there you got, how many kids you got, kiddo? Ain't none ya. No, I'm happy for it. That means my brother is a grandfather already. Man, that's bananas. My daughter is 12. Yeah, I could probably. Alrighty, y'all. So I will finish this stream by returning to this quote, ladies and gentlemen, what Eleanor Roosevelt said. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. And small minds discuss people. So let's not talk about Trump. Let's not talk about COVID. Let's talk about the way forward, the way out of such silliness. I want to add one to that, really, before I sign off. A really good quote by Lao Tzu. I found the quote here. It says, chapter 41 of the Tao Te Ching. The superior student listens to the way and follows it closely. The average student listens to the way and follows it sometimes and sometimes not. The lesser student hears of the way and laughs out loud. If there were no laughter, the way would not be what it is. So it is said, the progress of the way seems retreating, the straightness of the way seems curved, and the highest virtue seems low. I think that's probably where Eleanor Roosevelt got her quote from Lao Tzu.
Thank you for watching Lunar Light Entertainment.